Hello students, we are going to see chemical properties of haloalkanes. Haloalkanes are high reactive compounds among the organic compounds. Why they are high reactive? They are having polar bond. CX polar bond creates the compound high reactive, which undergoes four types of reaction: nucleophilic substitution, elimination reactions, reaction with metals, then reduction reaction. So first, nucleophilic substitution reaction. So in the nucleophilic substitution reaction, that nucleophile which attacks positive charged carbon atom. Nucleophile means which will have negative charge, so it will attack the positive charge carbon atom in haloalkanes. First, haloalkanes in the presence of aqueous alkali or moist silver oxide, bromoethane CH3 CH2Br, bromoethane reacts with aqueous KOH, which will produce KBr, potassium bromide will go out. So haloalkanes will be converted into alcohols. It will produce ethyl alcohol. If you apply silver oxide, moist silver oxide, CH3 CH2Br, bromoethane with silver hydroxide, AgOH. Silver oxide in moist condition, it becoming silver hydroxide. On boiling, it will produce again ethyl alcohol. Same type of product will form. Only the thing, ethyl alcohol along with silver bromide will form. So by using the aqueous medium, we can convert haloalkanes to alcohols. This process also called hydrolysis. Next nucleophilic reaction, aminolysis. By reacting with ammonia, we can bring amine compound from haloalkanes. Bromoethane with ammonia, NH3. That NH3 you can split HNH2 like this. Now this H will combine with Br, it will eliminate HBr. So we can substitute this NH2 the place of Br. We will get ethylamine plus HBr. In this case, if you take excess amount of haloalkanes, further it will undergo secondary, tertiary and quaternary ammonium salt. For example, that product ethylamine, if you take excess amount of bromoethane, now what will happen? Again, one of this hydrogen will combine with Br, will go as a HBr. So we left out NH, that NH will connect with CH2 CH3. So CH3 CH2 NH CH2 CH3, dimethylamine, secondary amine will form. Still you can add one more bromoethane along with the secondary amine group. If you add one more bromoethane, it will give tertiary amine compound, CH2 thrice N. Further you can add one more along with this product add one more bromoethane. So it will produce quaternary ammonium salt, CH3, CH2, 4 times with positive charge, N, negative charge with Br. So it will form quaternary ammonium salt. Next reaction with amylase ligand. Amylase ligand means the same nucleophile can combine with both sides of its nucleophilic center. Amylase nucleophile. Amidin means like cyanide. Nitrite, which are undergoing nucleophilic substitution reaction with haloalkanes. So this cyanide as well as nitrite compounds can form nucleophilic attack in both center. So one may be from carbon, another may be from nitrogen. The same way, nitrogen may directly attach or oxygen may directly attach. Based on the attachment, it will produce two different products. First, with potassium cyanide, if you take potassium cyanide, it will produce cyanide compound, ethyl cyanide. With KBr. In case if you apply silver cyanide, the same reaction, what will happen? It will produce isocyanide product. Cn means cyanide, Nc means isocyanide. Same AgBr will go out, but that cyanide will come, substitute the place of Br, we will get Nc with AgBr. So we will get isocyanide product. So depending upon the reagent, it will give two different products. Next reaction with sodium or potassium nitrate. Same bromoethane. CH3, CH2, Br. Bromoethane react with potassium or sodium nitrite, KNO2. KBr will go out. That NO2 which connect with oxygen CH2 ON double bond O, which is connecting, oxygen is connected with carbon, so which forming nitrate product. The same reaction we can carry with silver nitrate, AgNO2. Now nitrogen is connecting with carbon, AgBr will go out, nitroethane, NO2 plus AgBr. So we can compare these two equations. Both are nitrite compound, but depending upon the condition, first one gives nitrite product, second one gives nitro product. So the ambidextrous nucleophiles, depending upon the situation, produce different types of product. Next reaction with potassium or sodium hydrogen sulfide. CH3, CH2, Br plus NaSH, sodium hydrogen sulfide in the presence of alcohol or water medium. On heating, it produces ethane diol compound. NaBr will go out. So CH3, CH2, SH. Ethane thiol product will form. We can prepare ethers from alkyl halides by reacting with alkoxide compound. Sodium alkoxide compound we can take it. Ethyl bromide. This reaction particularly called Williamson ether synthesis. Ethyl bromide reacts with sodium oxide compound like NaO CH3. Sodium ethoxide, the name of the compound, sodium ethoxide. As usual, NaBr will go out, remaining you just join, you will get the product, ether product. With sodium bromide. Next we have given with mechanism of nucleophilic substitution reaction. So the nucleophile may undergoing two type of substitution. One is SN2, another one is SN1. So what do you mean SN2, SN1? SN2 means bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. SN1 means unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. First we will see the mechanism of bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Here S stands for substitution, N stands for nucleophilic, 2 stands for bi. So which undergoes based on the concentration of both alkyl halide and nucleophile. This is important. The rate of the reaction depends upon the concentration of both alkyl halide as well as nucleophile. Which comes second order reaction. So which forms product within a single step with transition state. If you write the nucleophile substitution, we can understand. We can take it 2-bromo-octane. Br CH3, one more hydrogen. What's the name of this compound? 2-bromo-octane. Totally 8 carbons. It is treated with nucleophile. What will happen? This nucleophile attacks on the back side of this carbon. Because of this backside attack, it will undergoing inverse configuration. See, it will form one transition state. In the transition state, both OH group and Br group partially attached with this carbon. So C hydrogen, CH3, C6H13. Here partially attached OH group, partially removed Br group. Then completely you can remove the Br, OH may attack. See, the CH3 placed in particular direction. Because of this nucleophilic attack, which will go inverse structure, so all this will direct towards this opposite direction. OH may attack on the back side, but which undergoing single step, like the conversion takes place when the wind makes the umbrella inverse, like the OH group attack on the carbon makes the compound inverse manner. This inversion configuration is called Walden inversion configuration. When that optically active alkyl halide undergoing SN2 reaction, it always produce inversion of configuration. If the compound optically inactive, they may not give inversion configuration. SN1 mechanism we will see in the next video. Thank you.